How to wake up early for school without hating your life. You hit snooze 5 times, even after promising yourself you'd wake up early tonight. What if you could wake up for school feeling calm, awake, and actually in control? In this video, I'll share 6 proven habits backed by sleep science that will help you wake up early without feeling miserable every morning. Research shows that teenagers naturally struggle with early mornings because their biological clock shifts later during adolescence. But here's the problem. Most students try to fix this with motivation alone. And motivation disappears the second that alarm rings at 6 a.m. I discovered that waking up early becomes dramatically easier when you stop fighting your body and start working with it instead. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make early mornings feel smoother, easier, and way less painful. Let's dive in. First, stop negotiating with your alarm. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your morning actually starts the night before. Most people treat alarms like suggestions. They wake up, negotiate for 5 more minutes, then accidentally lose 30. Your brain learns this pattern fast. Every snooze teaches your brain that alarms aren't urgent. Research from sleep experts shows that snoozing interrupts your sleep cycles and increases grogginess. This works because your brain starts entering a new sleep phase right after you fall back asleep. Then, your second alarm rips you out of that cycle halfway through. That's why you feel worse after snoozing. Here's how to apply this. First, place your alarm across the room. Force your body to stand up. Second, use 1 alarm only, not 7 alarms every 5 minutes. Third, expose yourself to light immediately. Open curtains or turn on bright lights. Finally, don't check your phone in bed. That's the trap. For instance, instead of lying there scrolling TikTok for just a minute, try splashing cold water on your face immediately after standing up. But that's not all, because even perfect alarms won't save you if your nights are destroying your mornings. Second, create a shutdown routine. This next one is crucial because your brain needs a signal that the day is ending. A shutdown routine is a simple set of actions you repeat every night before bed. Think of it like landing a plane. You don't go from full speed to complete stop instantly. Your brain works the same way. Studies show that consistent nighttime habits improve sleep quality and reduce stress hormones. This works because repetition trains your brain to associate certain actions with sleep. Over time, your body starts getting tired automatically. Here's how to build your routine. First, set a screens-off time at least 30 minutes before sleep. Second, dim your room lights. Third, prepare tomorrow's clothes and backpack before bed. Fourth, do 1 relaxing activity like reading or stretching. Common mistake? Watching 1 last video in bed. Blue light plus excitement keeps your brain alert. Instead of gaming until midnight, try listening to calm music while organizing your desk. Now, you might be thinking, but I just can't fall asleep early. There's a scientific reason for that, and it's fascinating. Third, use light to control your energy. Most people don't know this, but light controls your body clock more than motivation does. Your brain has an internal timer called your circadian rhythm. Morning light tells your brain, wake up. Darkness tells it, get sleepy. The problem is, most students get bright light at midnight from phones, then almost no sunlight in the morning. Research from sleep scientists found that morning sunlight improves alertness, mood, and sleep timing. This works because light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. Here's how to use this. First, get sunlight within 15 minutes of waking up. Even 2 minutes helps. Second, avoid super bright screens late at night. Third, keep your room slightly cooler while sleeping. Fourth, if mornings are dark, use a bright lamp immediately after waking. For example, instead of sitting in darkness eating breakfast half asleep, stand near a bright window while getting ready. Tiny change, huge difference. But wait, there's more to this, because your energy levels also depend heavily on what you do before sleep. Fourth, stop destroying your sleep with revenge bedtime procrastination. You've probably done this without realizing it. Revenge bedtime procrastination happens when you stay awake late because it's the only time that feels truly yours. You know you should sleep, but you keep scrolling, gaming, or watching videos because you want freedom after a stressful day. Psychologists say this happens when people feel overwhelmed or controlled during the day. Your brain tries to take back personal time at night. The problem? You're borrowing happiness from tomorrow's energy. Here's how to fix it. First, schedule small, enjoyable breaks during the day. Second, give yourself a specific nighttime cutoff. Third, replace endless scrolling with a limited relaxing activity. Fourth, remind yourself that tomorrow becomes harder every time you sacrifice sleep tonight. Thousands of students have used this method to regain control of their sleep schedule. And honestly, even reducing bedtime procrastination by 30 minutes can completely change your mornings. This brings me to the next secret, and this one can make waking up almost automatic. Fifth, give yourself a reason to wake up. Now, here's something powerful. Your brain wakes up faster when it expects something rewarding. Most students wake up thinking about stress, homework, tests, buses. That's terrible motivation. Your brain naturally resists painful experiences. But when you attach something enjoyable to mornings, waking up becomes emotionally easier. This works because dopamine, your motivation chemical, increases when your brain anticipates rewards. Here's how to apply it. First, create a small morning reward. Good music, favorite breakfast, or relaxing shower. Second, avoid checking stressful notifications immediately. Third, make your mornings calmer by preparing everything the night before. Fourth, celebrate consistency instead of perfection. For example, instead of waking up straight into panic mode, spend 5 minutes listening to music while stretching near sunlight. And you've already watched this far, so let me share one final habit that quietly changes everything. Sixth, focus on consistency, not perfection. This last one might be the most important of all. Most people fail because they try to transform overnight. They go from sleeping at 1 a.m. to suddenly waking up at 5 a.m. That's like trying to sprint a marathon on day 1. Sleep experts recommend gradual adjustments instead. Your body adapts better to small, consistent changes. This works because your circadian rhythm shifts slowly over time. Tiny improvements repeated daily become powerful. Here's how to do it. First, move your bedtime earlier by just 15 minutes every few days. Second, wake up at roughly the same time, even weekends if possible. Third, don't panic after one bad night. Fourth, track progress weekly, not daily. Common mistake? Quitting after one rough morning. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I'm training my body." Big difference. Imagine waking up next month without chaos, rushing, or exhaustion. That's what consistency creates. Let's quickly review what we covered today. Number 1. Stop negotiating with alarms. Number 2. Build a shutdown routine. Number 3. Use light to control energy. Number 4. Avoid revenge bedtime procrastination. Number 5. Create rewarding mornings. Number 6. Focus on consistency over perfection. Remember, waking up early isn't about becoming a completely different person overnight. It's about making tiny changes that work with your brain instead of against it. You already have everything you need to build better mornings. The only difference between exhausted mornings and energized mornings is the systems you repeat daily. Don't wait until your grades drop or your stress explodes before fixing your sleep. Start with just one habit today. Maybe moving your alarm across the room. Maybe preparing your backpack tonight. Small steps matter more than giant promises. I promise you, a few weeks from now, you'll thank yourself for starting.